Good morning, Wolverines. Today is Thursday, December 3rd. And guess what? I don't have a guest announcer for you today. It's just me. And today I want to talk to you about writing. You know, we write a lot in school, and sometimes writing can feel really overwhelming to us. We can think, I don't have any big thing to write about. But you know what? You don't need a big thing. You don't need a big watermelon story. Sometimes you just need the watermelon seed. Just a little moment of your life that meant a lot to you. So today I'm going to read you a story about a milkweed plant. And before I read it to you, I want to show you a few pictures about a milkweed plant. So the first thing I want to show you is a monarch butterfly. So this is what a monarch butterfly looks like. And monarch butterflies lay their eggs on a milkweed plant. And when the eggs hatch, they form a larva and then a caterpillar. This is a monarch caterpillar. And the monarch caterpillars eat the milkweed plant leaves, okay? And then another thing on the milkweed plant is a pod. And that's what the pod looks like. And in my story, I'm going to talk about a milkweed pod. So this story not only impacted me, but my mom as well. So much so that years later, when I was in college, she pulled out a milkweed plant and put it in a vase in my room. And my sister said, "What are you doing putting that in Jill's room? She doesn't want that weed in her room when she comes home from college." And my mom said, "Yes, she will." And you know what? When I came up to my room with my suitcase and I was unpacking my luggage, I looked over on my dresser and there in a vase was a milkweed plant. And I yelled down to my mom, "Oh, Mom, milkweed, that's so nice." And she looked at my sister and she said, "Told you." So today, my story is about a small moment of time with my mom and a milkweed plant. Are you ready? Here we go. It was a beautiful, crisp fall day. The sun was shining and there was a brisk wind making my nose cold. The leaves on the trees had not all fallen, and the ones remaining looked like they were fighting to be released. I was sitting on my front stoop. I could hear my brothers in the backyard playing football. My dad was going in and out of the house remembering forgotten items for his trip to Japan. My mom would be dropping him off at the airport momentarily. And like I said, I was on the front stoop feeling bored. I was 6 years old. Slam went the car's trunk. "That's it," yelled my dad, "all packed and ready to go." My dad always got this nervous energy before any trip, and it was especially heightened today because he was going so far away and he'd be gone for a very long time. As my mom grabbed the car keys, she yelled my name. Jill, let's go drop your dad off." I got up and emptied myself into the back seat of our station wagon. The airport was only a few minutes away from our house. Before I knew it, my dad was hugging me goodbye and telling me to be a good girl for my mom while he was gone. I hugged him back and felt a little melancholy. On the way home, my mom unexpectedly stopped the car and said, "Let's get out." "What? We're on the side of the road. What are we doing?" I wondered. "Where are we going?" This sort of thing never happened. I had 5 brothers and sisters, and alone time moments with my mom were extremely rare. Before I knew what was happening, my mom was leading me into a field. The grass was so tall it itched my ankles. My mom grabbed a huge stalk and pulled a big pod off it. I was now totally excited and curious as to see what she was doing. I felt like I was on a secret adventure with her, and I never wanted it to stop. She split open the pod and explained to me this was a milkweed plant. Inside this plant was the softest, whitest fluff filled with seeds. She scooped it out and handed it to me. "Throw it in the air," she told me. "Make a wish." The fluff felt so soft. I rubbed it between my fingers, separating the soft strands from each other. "Throw it into the air," she again repeated. I threw it up, watching the wind take it far away, just like the plane was doing with my dad. "Don't forget," my mom said. "Make a wish." I did make my wish, and I wished that this moment would never end. And with that wish came a feeling of gratefulness that my mom saw me that day and wanted to share a moment with just me. I am now 54 years old. I have 3 grown children and a granddaughter due in February. This seemingly small, spontaneous moment has stayed with me for nearly 50 years. Well done, Mom. Right? So see, that was just a small moment in time in my life, but I remember it so vividly. It made such an impact on my heart. So I thought I'd show you what my mom looks like. So this is a picture of me and my mom. And my mom just turned 84 years old on November 13th. So you know what? When you are feeling overwhelmed by writing, don't give it a second thought. Just think about a small watermelon seed in your life that meant something to you. Don't forget, you're loved. Now let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now you go get 'em.